Hello yogis, this is Maria here at the Chilson Recreation Center. I would like to offer about a 20 to 30-ish minute class. It's going to be all floor work and some restorative mixed in. So to begin with, all of us in this technological age are always hunched over. So this is a really good thing to do regularly. So we're going to start with 2 blocks like this, and you're going to place your shoulder blades kind of at the bottom edge of the lower block so that the top of your head should completely rest. Some of you who are tall may need, you might need a blanket or something. Obviously, I don't have that problem, but I like us to start our kind of mindfulness meditation this way. So you can bring the soles of the feet together. This is one option. And notice how the shoulders start relaxing and releasing. And that, of course, releases tension out of the neck and even the head. Option number 1. Option number 2, some people are not comfortable in this pose, like this, in bound angle. So you could put other blocks underneath your thighs, because this is not about working the lower body. It's about relaxing it. Or you can keep your knees bent. And I've even seen some of my students do this. So you choose what is comfortable for you. I think today I want to stay here. So ask yourself, where am I right now? How am I feeling in this as I begin this gentle yoga, hatha yoga practice? So just notice your environment. Any sounds? Feel the support of the blocks underneath. Notice the air, how it feels against your skin. Then begin to notice the quality of your breath. What happens to your breath as you settle more into the pose that you've chosen? Let's stay in this pose for 5 breaths. You are always welcome, when you look at this video, to pause it and decide if you want to stay longer. But in restorative, you can stay up to 5 minutes at a time, minimum. So you choose, okay? Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. So this is such a wonderful pose. I know you're going to want to be in it sooner, but because this is a short practice today, let's close our legs with our hands, just bring them up. Then we're going to roll off our blocks to your right side. And just stay here, just noticing how that gentle opening in the front body feels for you. Gently, just move the blocks aside for now. And I want you to continue down to your backs. Let's stretch out. We're really moving the energy from top to bottom. Nice and long. How long can you go? How long can you be? I always leave a little taller for my classes, which I appreciate. And then bring your arms out. And then inhale your legs close to the body. And then make little circles towards and away from your chest, kind of massaging that lower back. And then reversing directions. Give yourselves a big hug. Come into, kind of a loving pose for yourself. Cross your arms, bring your legs as close to your chest as possible. And try to keep drawing the tailbone towards the mat here so you can feel a lumbar curve even in this pose. Now bring the arms down and circle. Let's kind of lubricate the ankle joint by circling the toes away from the midline, one direction. This is nice to do, to move our joints the full range of motion every day. And then flex some point all the way up. Hold it here. Now you're going to keep the legs squeezed together and you're going to make big circles. How does the knee feel? Doing this. And then the other direction. And then slowly walk up, flexing and pointing. Draw the heels towards the ceiling. Interlace your hands behind your head. Let's stay here for 5 breaths. So bend your knees as much as you need to, especially if you have tight hamstrings. And then exhale, straddle, open the legs. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. One more, inhale, close. And then on the opening, allow your hands to rest inside your thighs, allowing gravity to help open you a little bit more. One more breath here. And then gently bend the knees towards the armpits. Take a hold of the outside of the leg, ankle, or foot, depending what's accessible right now. Let's go right into happy baby pose. So in happy baby pose, depending how tight your legs might feel, this might be where you want to stay. Otherwise, you can start stretching the legs a little bit more. You can also do one leg at a time. Or both, and then rock side to side if it's comfortable for you. Keep drawing the tailbone towards the mat to support the lower back. Keep that natural curve. So this pose does a lot for us. It's massaging the back muscles right now. It's stretching out the inner thighs, back of the legs. Kind of covers a lot. Sometimes you can just use 1 or 2 poses that cover a lot of ground in the body if you only have time for 1 or 2 poses. This is one of the poses I would do. And then slowly take the legs together, extend your left leg out, take a hold of your right leg, draw the knee in, inhale, tuck and lift up, press that heel away, and align the whole left leg from hip to knee to ankle to heel, toes pointing upward, holding it. And exhale, release. Lift that leg, extend it slowly down. Take the other knee towards the chest. Align this leg. Take an inhale. Exhale, tuck and lift. Reaching out through that heel of the extended leg. Keep drawing the knee towards your chest. Beautiful. And then slowly just relax the head. Take the leg up. Now, if you have a strap, you can place it around the arch of the ball of the foot. If not, I like to play with using blocks and straps when I have them, and when I don't, how can I still make it work for myself? Okay? And I also use, some of my favorite things to use for straps are men's ties. So you don't have to always go out and buy stuff. Now, let's take your right arm out to a T. We're going to move this leg laterally to your left. And since many people cannot necessarily reach their feet, you're going to rest your elbow, and the hand that's going to allow the hand to hold the leg, so you can relax the leg. Let's stay here for 3 breaths. Now slowly inhale the leg. Let's bring the other arm across to the outside of the leg or foot. Bring the left arm out to a T, palms are up, and we're going to bring that leg across the midline of the body, all the way across. Like I said, you could have a strap as well and be doing this with a strap. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. Kind of just relax. Ask your hips to relax. breath and gently inhale the leg back to center. Lift it up and very slowly, drawing the heel away, nice and controlled. You place it on the floor. Notice how both sides feel. Normally, you could usually hold these poses even a little longer, depending on your needs, how tense the lower body feels. Inhale the right leg up, all the way up, move it. So I like to kind of do active stretching a little bit to bring some circulation to the areas that we're stretching before we asked it to hold these areas. Take an in-breath again, and on the exhalation, your left arm comes out to a T to help balance the upper body while you take your right leg laterally. You move it to the right. And what you did on the other side repeats on this side. 3 breaths here. How does this side feel? One last time. And then gently inhale the leg back up. Switch hands, the right hand comes out, palms up. And then we're taking the right leg across the midline of the body, all the way down to the floor with a strap or with your hand. You can peek over the opposite shoulder, whatever you did on the other side. Repeat. One last breath here. And then gently release. Inhale the leg back to center. Hug both knees. And then take the soles of the feet together. Bound angle pose again. For those of you who did it in our first restorative pose. You can have your arms overhead in cactus or by your side, depending on how good it feels on the shoulders. So I like to give options in my classes because we're all unique. We all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses. And yoga helps balance those things out for us when we do it regularly. More. One more breath. And then slowly you're going to close your own legs again. And I'm going to go into some bridge pose. So to keep our alignment, I invite you to place one block between your heels horizontally and the other one between your thighs. In this way, we create alignment. Stack your knees over your ankles. Press into the block between your heels and press into, actually put the one between your thighs long ways to help really take as much of the inner thigh muscles as possible. We're waking them up by pressing into the block or engaging them. Now press the outside edges of the feet. Notice how the outside of the legs become engaged. So the whole lower body is now helping you. Take an inhale. And on the exhale, you're going to press into those feet, press into the blocks, and either keep your hands in cactus or overhead. Let's move with this a little bit to warm up the back. So on the exhalation, we'll slowly come down one vertebra at a time. Realign yourselves. Take an inhale. Exhale, press and lift. And then when you're ready to exhale, come down slowly, one vertebra at a time. How you doing out there in virtual land? Take an in-breath and exhale. And then let's hold this for 5 breaths. And you can always come down if you need to, before I ask you to. So this is really strengthening for the hips as well as the legs. Sometimes one side of our body is much stronger than the other, and that's how injuries can happen. So by squaring the hips and strengthening both sides at the same time, it helps us become more stronger and more aligned. And exhale, come down slowly. Very nice. Let's remove the blocks and let's stretch out a little bit more. Lift your right leg, bring it across your left. Then gently just press that right leg away as we come into four square. Flex your foot. And slowly, you can use, without using your arms, inhale that knee, your left knee up, your right leg away. So now we're strengthening by not using our hands in this pose. Keep drawing this left knee in as you draw the right leg out. And then if you want to use your hands, you could interlace behind the left thigh. Press that elbow into the right thigh away. Oh, this feels great. This is nice for the IT band on the outside of the right leg. That feels really good. And then let's push that knee over the other. Cross it over. Interlace it by your left knee, your left shin. Draw the knees close to the body. Oh, that's great for the right glutes here. The rotators, hip rotators. And you can even lean to the left a little bit and get a really nice, a stronger stretch. That feels really good. Now we're going to take it one to another level with a stronger twist. And you get to stay where you were, or you can take your left foot down, lift your hips up, scooch them to the right, and then continue taking the knees all the way down to the floor. And depending on how that feels on the shoulder, you might want to stay where you were, or you can continue. This is a strong twist. Twists are really nice for the digestion. They help us digest not only food, but thoughts and ideas. They're also good to massaging the organs, the inner organs of the body. Do one more here. And then gently, I want you to use your left hand to help lift your left leg up towards your body. Bring your right leg down. Cross your left foot across to the right leg. Press your left leg away. Gently. So any of these places, you can stop along the way. You don't have to do everything. If you find like staying here is enough, that's as far as you need to go. If you are feeling more limber, then you can continue. Remember, this is your practice. You get to decide. Both feet are flexed here to support the joint, the knees. And if you're interlaced, draw the right knee towards your left elbow into the left thigh, away. How does this side feel after having stretched out your other side? I know, I'm feeling better and better all the time as I practice with you. And then cross knee over knee, interlace in front of the right shin, draw the knees towards your body. Stay here. This feels like you're getting a wonderful stretch in the left glutes, or you can lean to the right for a stronger stretch. And come back up. Now if you continued into the deeper twist, relax your right foot to the floor, lift your hips, scooch them to the left, and then let your knees fall to the right. Strong stretch here. How are you doing? How are you feeling right now? Notice how your body feels right now, and notice where your mind is. Is it in your body? Is it present? One of the greatest gifts yoga gives us is self-awareness and embodiment. So when our bodies talk to us, we can actually hear them before they start screaming at us. So slowly, one more breath here. Inhale the knees back up. Both legs together. And then gently, let's roll to the right side. And then come look. So, I want you to pause for a minute and close close your eyes. I want to take a gentle mindfulness break here. Notice how you're feeling. Notice your breath. How is it feeling now? Any different than when we first started the class? Just notice. Let's bring our palms together, heart center. Let's take a couple of gentle breaths. We're kind of getting ready to close this class. We've been on our backs a lot. If you'd like to end the class with Shavasana, just lying face up on the mat, like I did in my other class, you're welcome to do that. But we've been on our backs a lot, so I'd like to offer just sitting here for a moment with you. I want you to create an intention for the rest of your day. Intentions are so powerful. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Create an amazing day. Namaste.
Thanks for joining us today. For more information on fitness at the Chilson Center, visit cityofloveland.org/fitness wellness.